this old man Carruthers' property?
I've heard stories about him. Some people think he was a spy, bank robber. I bet their bodies are buried somewhere on this property.
It was a monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash, the monster. That song, if you really think about it, is a song saying that there's a song, that there's a dance that no one's seen, but it's the best dance that anyone's ever seen. Go back and listen to whatever the Monster Mash. You know, you hear it every Halloween, and we hear it and we dance to it, and there's been a few remixes to it. You know, there's no actual dance. We don't know what it is, but it's provocative. It gets the people going, and you guys are going to another review. I don't know how to do these intros. I just make them up. I swear. I'm the Dad Panther, variety streamer, content creator, master of none. This is the Critics Collective. Okay, we're going to talk about Monster Summer. Okay, now if you didn't hear about this PG-13 movie with a running time of 1 hour and 40 minutes, this came out in 2024. And if you didn't hear about it, like I said before, a lot of people didn't hear about it. A lot of people didn't even watch this movie. I watched it. I'm serious. I watched it. I paid. I watched this movie. Now, how much did this movie gross? $105,000. So I don't know whoever's a part of this crew. I watched it. If let me and my team, like, I don't know, review something else for you. We put ourselves there. I watched it. I was the only one in the theaters, and the numbers showed. So with that being said, IMDb says this: when a mysterious force begins to disrupt their big summer fun, Noah and his friends team up with a retired police detective to embark on a monstrous adventure to save their island. That's actually accurate. Now, my first impressions, I didn't see anything about this at all. Okay, you know what? The trailer started. I think I saw some kids on bikes wearing baseball uniforms. It was giving me Goonie vibes. It was giving me Stranger Things, mixed with some ET, some Skeleton Crew. Check out Skeleton Crew from Disney Plus. It's in the Star Wars realm. We reviewed that in there. Now, I know we reviewed The Electric State from Netflix, and Netflix or the fans were upset that I trashed the movie. Listen, you can't share your password, okay? They spent $320 million on this movie. Let me pick what my subscriptions go to. Can we do that? Can we do that? Because I didn't want my money to go there. If it did, let me use some of my passwords and give it out to some of the friends. Can I do that? Now, the poster is pretty cool. It's the kids on top of an old house with the moon behind them, and the moon kind of looks like the sky could look like a face. It looks pretty cool. It came out in October, even though it's for the summer. Take it for what you want. That's my first impression. Highs and lows. Lows, this movie, even though it was in the sweet spot of 1 hour and 30 minutes, it was too long. You could have shaved off. And what is it? Say in the comments what I normally say. Yeah, I say if you shave off, if the script isn't there, the flow and pacing isn't there, 1 hour and 30 minutes is the perfect time. But if, like I said, those other things aren't there, it should be 1 hour and 20. It should be 1 hour and 10. And this is just too long, where certain things fall apart. Now, the other thing I didn't like about it was the chemistry with the adults versus the kids. I thought the kids had great chemistry towards each other. The adults just didn't bring it. You got Mel Gibson in the role as the retired police officer who has trauma in his life. And it just took a bit to warm up to him. And it wasn't like because he was that guy that lives in that old man house. There was just the chemistry that happened a lot of times with the adults. It didn't feel genuine. It had nothing to do with wondering who's a good guy and who's bad. It just, for some reason, just didn't feel there. The story was a little weird at first. It took really the second half for it to pick up. As the first half, they wanted to introduce these characters and how they're friends, and again, comparing it to the Goonies, where the Goonies, you kind of felt the connection early on. I don't know if it was Cyndi Lauper singing brought everyone together and you knew those kids, but they did a really good job of bringing in each kid and you knew what they were by the time the journey started. Here, you don't get a chance to know that until the middle and almost towards the end to understand where they're at in their development as a character. It really made me appreciate the Skeleton Crew, because the Skeleton Crew, which is a movie that I enjoyed, it was a kids movie. It wasn't for us. I enjoyed the pacing of that. I enjoyed how they put together. But again, that's a series. This is a movie. the good stuff I liked from it. I did like the look and the shot. It did feel cozy and nice, like I was at Cape Cod or something like that. I did enjoy the element of trying to guess who the villain was in this. I thought it was cool. I wasn't expecting that. Um, I did enjoy the idea of a bigger monster. Like, hey, maybe there's more monsters in the world, and we can go ahead and we can solve mysteries. I don't think they're going to get a chance to flesh this out. Let's go ahead and rate this in all honesty, because nobody else saw this movie, and maybe my rating will help you go ahead and check this out. I don't know. Our rating systems work from 0 to 5. That's how it works. That's how it always work. Okay. Well, I don't know that. Maybe the boss will change it. I don't know. But as of right now, this is what it works. And I like it. It's shiny. And accolades go from 5 to 0. So for this movie right here, summer, it's not even summer, it's Monster Summer. This movie I enjoyed. Okay. I enjoyed it. There was no highlighting moments that made me say I remember it and everything's great. I enjoyed it. But before I give you the rating of it, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share for more. Let us know in the comments what you're watching and what we should be watching. If you could check us out for 3 minutes, that's all we ask. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Now, the road for 1 million continues, but we need your help. I lost train of thought there. I was going to rate this. That's what it was. I put an ad in an ad before the rating. The rating is a 2. There's just nothing memorable about this movie. Though I enjoyed the cast. As far as the kids, I enjoyed the kids. Not like stop. Me even mentioning it makes it worse. Point blank, I enjoyed the cast of the kids. I enjoyed what this movie was trying to do. It didn't execute on it. The story took too long to develop. And unfortunately, it doesn't come together at the end to make it all worthwhile. Now, I would love another go at this. Like, let's say they got the kids back again. There was another threat they had to, go through. That's fine. I think it would be better in a series, maybe 8 episodes. I think it would be better as a movie that went to streaming. If this went to streaming, and I felt like nobody even talked about this because I'm sure it's on Amazon Prime to rent. Damn, they don't even want you to watch it. Yeah, ghosts and goblins and that's what they felt. So you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here. Until next time, kalika lika lao.